Listen to the following power thoughts. Let the affirmations and ideas wash over your consciousness. Your subconscious mind will pick up the ones that are important to you at the moment. These concepts are like fertilizing the soil of your mind. As you absorb them by repetition, you are slowly enriching the very basis of your garden of life. Anything you plant will grow abundantly. I see you vibrant and healthy, surrounded by exquisite beauty, living a life of love and prosperity, filled with joy and laughter. You are on a wonderful pathway of change and growth. Enjoy your trip. My healing is already in process. Your body knows how to heal itself. Get the negative garbage out of the way. Then love your body. Feed it nourishing foods and beverages. Pamper it. Respect it. Create an atmosphere of wellness. Allow yourself to heal. My willingness to forgive begins my healing process. I allow the love from my own heart to wash through me, cleansing and healing every part of my body. I know I am worth healing. I trust my inner wisdom. There is a place within each of us that is totally connected with the infinite wisdom of the universe. In this place lie all the answers to all the questions you will ever ask. Learn to trust your inner self. As I go about my daily affairs, I listen to my own guidance. My intuition is always on my side. I trust it to be there at all times. I am safe. I am willing to forgive. If we sit in a prison of self-righteous resentment, we cannot be free. Even if we don't know exactly how to forgive, we can be willing to forgive. The universe will respond to our willingness and help us find the way. Forgiveness of myself and of others releases me from the past. Forgiveness is the answer to almost every problem. Forgiveness is a gift to myself. I forgive and I set myself free. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. We will never have the opportunity to live this day again, so we want to savor every moment. There is richness and fullness in everything we do. Each moment of the day is special to me as I follow my higher instincts and listen to my heart. I am at peace in my world and affairs. I trust the process of life. We are learning how life works. It's like learning your computer. When you first get a computer, you learn the simple, basic processes, how to turn it on and off, and how to open and save a document, how to print. And on that level, your computer works wonders for you. And yet, there is so much more that it can do for you when you learn more of its ways. It's the same thing with life. The more we learn how it works, the more wonders it performs for us. There is a rhythm and flow to life, and I am part of it. Life supports me and brings me only good and positive experiences. I trust the process of life to bring me my highest good. I have the perfect living space. Our living space is always an outpicturing of our current state of consciousness. If we hate where we live now, then no matter where we move, we will end up hating that too. Bless your current abode with love. Thank it for providing for your needs. Say that you are moving on and that wonderful new people are moving in to take your place. Leave love when you move, and you will feel love in the new place. Before I found my current home, I decided that I wanted to buy a house from people who were in love. Of course, that is exactly what I found. My home is filled with the vibration of love. I see myself living in a wonderful place. It fulfills all my needs and desires. It is in a beautiful location, and it is at a price I can easily afford. I can release the past and forgive everyone. We may not want to let go of old hurts, but holding on to them keeps us stuck. When I let go of the past, my present moment becomes richer and fuller. I free myself and everyone in my life from old past hurts. They are free, and I am free to move into new, glorious experiences. The point of power is always in the present moment. No matter how long you've had a problem, you can begin to change in this moment. For as you change your thinking, your life also changes. The past is over and done and has no power over me. I can begin to be free in this moment. Today's thoughts create my future. I am in charge. I now take my own power back. I am safe and I am free. I am safe. It's only change. What we believe becomes true for us. The more we trust life, the more life is there for us. I cross all bridges with joy and ease. The old unfolds into wonderful new experiences. My life gets better all the time. I am willing to change. We all want life to change and other people to change, but nothing in our world will change until we are willing to make changes in ourselves. We often cling so tightly to habits and beliefs that no longer serve us in a positive way. I am willing to release old negative beliefs. They are only thoughts that stand in my way. My new thoughts are positive and fulfilling. It's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. The most frightening scenarios we can conceive of are only thoughts. We can easily refuse to scare ourselves in this way. You want your thoughts to be your best friends, thoughts that shape your world in a positive way, comforting thoughts, loving thoughts, friendly thoughts, laughing thoughts, thoughts of wisdom and upliftment. I am not limited by any past thinking. I choose my thoughts with care. I constantly have new insights and new ways of looking at my world. I am willing to change and to grow. Every thought I think is creating my future. I am constantly aware of my thoughts. I am like a shepherd with a flock of sheep, and if one goes astray, I lovingly herd it back in line. If I notice an unloving, unkind thought going astray, I quickly and consciously replace it with a kind and loving one. The universe is always listening and responding to my thinking process. I keep the line as clean and clear as I can. The universe totally supports every thought I choose to think and to believe. I have unlimited choices about what I can think. I choose balance, harmony, and peace, and I express it in my life. There is no blame. If we walk a mile in someone else's shoes, then we understand why they behave the way that they do. We were all born beautiful little babies, totally open and trusting of life, with lots of self-worth and self-esteem. If we are not that way now, then somewhere along the line, someone taught us otherwise. We can unlearn the negativity. I release the need to blame anyone, including myself. We are all doing the best we can with the understanding, knowledge, and awareness that we have. I let go of all expectations. If we don't have specific expectations, then we cannot be disappointed. But if we love ourselves and know that only good lies before us, then it doesn't matter what comes up, because it will be fulfilling. I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself. I know that only good awaits me at every turn. I see clearly. The unwillingness to see certain aspects of our lives can cloud our vision. This unwillingness to see is often a form of protection. Optometrists do little to cure eye problems. They only prescribe stronger and stronger glasses. Poor nutrition can also contribute to poor eyesight. I release all the things from my past that cloud my vision. I see the perfection in all of life. I willingly forgive. I breathe love into my vision, and I see with compassion and understanding. My clear insight is reflected in my outer sight. I am safe in the universe, and all life loves and supports me. I carry this affirmation in my wallet. Whenever I reach for money, I see I am safe in the universe, and all life loves and supports me. It is a good reminder of what is really important in my life. I breathe in the fullness and richness of life. I observe with joy as life abundantly supports me and supplies me with more good than I can imagine. My life is a mirror. Every person in my life is a reflection of some part of me. The people I love reflect the loving aspects of myself. The people I dislike reflect those parts of myself that need healing. Every experience in life is an opportunity for growth and healing. The people in my life are really mirrors of me. This affords me the opportunity to grow and to change. I balance my masculine and feminine sides. We all contain masculine and feminine aspects. When these two sides are in balance, then we are whole and complete. The totally macho man is not in touch with the intuitive side of himself, and a weak, wispy feminine woman is not expressing the strong, intelligent side of herself. We all need both sides. The masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace, and all is well. Freedom is my divine right. We are put on this planet with total freedom, and we make these choices in our minds. No person, place, or thing can think for us if we do not allow it. We are the only person who thinks in our mind. In our minds, we have total freedom. What we choose to think and believe can change our current circumstances beyond recognition. I am free to think wonderful thoughts. I move beyond past limitations into freedom. I am now becoming all that I am created to be. I release all fears and doubts. Fears and doubts are only delay mechanisms that keep us from having the good we say we want in our lives. So let them go. I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. I accept myself and create peace in my mind and heart. I am loved and I am safe. Divine wisdom guides me. Too many of us are unaware that we have within us an inner wisdom that is always on our side. We don't pay attention to our intuition, and then we wonder why life does not work well. Learn to listen to your inner voice. You do know exactly what to do. I am guided throughout this day in making right choices. Divine intelligence continuously guides me in the realization of my goals, and I am safe. I love life. Every morning when I wake up, I get to experience another great day, a day I've never lived before. It will have its own special experiences, and I'm glad to be alive. It is my birthright to live fully and freely. I give to life exactly what I want life to give to me. I am glad to be alive. I love life. I love my body. I'm so delighted to live in my wonderful body. It has been given to me to use for the rest of my life, and I cherish it and take loving care of it. My body is precious to me. I love every inch of it, inside and out. That which I see and that which I don't see, every organ and gland, every muscle and bone, every single cell. My body responds to this loving attention by giving me vibrant health and aliveness. I create peacefulness in my mind, and my body reflects this peacefulness as perfect health. I turn every experience into an opportunity. When I experience a problem, and we all have them, I immediately say, out of this situation only good will come. This is easily resolved for the highest good of all concerned. All is well, and I am safe. I repeat this statement over and over. It keeps me calm and allows the universe to find the best solution. I am often amazed to see how quickly the issue can be resolved in a way that benefits everyone. Each problem has a solution. All experiences are opportunities for me to learn and grow, and I am safe. I am at peace. Deep at the center of my being there is an infinite well of peace, like a mountain lake, deep and serene. No person, place, or outer chaos can touch me when I am in this space. In this space I am calm. I think clearly, I receive divine ideas, and I am so peaceful. Divine peace and harmony surround me and dwell in me. I feel tolerance, compassion, and love for all people, myself included. I am flexible and flowing. Life is a series of changes. Those of us who are rigid and inflexible in our thinking often snap when the winds of change blow. But those of us who are like willow trees bend easily and adapt to the new changes. If we refuse to change, then life passes us by and we get left behind. Just as a flexible body is more comfortable to be in, so is a flexible mind more comfortable to live in. I am open to the new and changing. Every moment presents a wonderful new opportunity to become more of who I am. I flow with life easily and effortlessly. I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. I am not my mother's fears and limitations, nor am I my father's fears and limitations. I'm not even my own fears and limitations. These are only false thoughts that have been hanging around in my mind. I can erase them as easily as I can clean a dirty window. When the window of my mind is clean, I can see clearly the negative thoughts for what they are, and I can choose to eliminate them. It is my mind that creates my experiences. I am unlimited in my own ability to create the good in my life. I am worth loving. So many of us were taught conditional love. Therefore, we believe that we need to earn love. We feel that we are not lovable if we don't have a great job or a good relationship or a body like a model. This is nonsense. We do not have to earn the right to breathe. It is God-given because we exist. So, too, is the right to love and be loved. The fact that we exist means that we are worth loving. I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist, and others reflect the love I have for myself. My thoughts are creative. I have learned to love my thoughts. They are my best friends. I say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind. No person, place, or thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind. I create my own reality and everyone in it. I am at peace with my sexuality. I believe that in many lifetimes I have experienced every sort of sexuality. I have been male and female, heterosexual and homosexual. Sometimes society has approved of my sexuality and sometimes it has not. My sexuality has always been a learning experience for me, as it is in this lifetime. Yet I know that my soul has no sexuality. I rejoice in my sexuality and in my own body. My body is perfect for me this lifetime. I embrace myself with love and compassion. I am at peace with my age. For me, it is always now. Yes, the numbers add up with time, but I feel as young or as old as I choose to feel. There are people at 20 who are ancient, and there are people at 90 who are young. I know I came to this planet to experience every age, and they are all good. Each age unfolds into the next as easily as I allow it to happen. I keep my mind healthy and happy, and my body follows suit. I am at peace with where I am in time, and I look forward to all my precious days. Each age has its own special joys and experiences. I am always the perfect age for where I am in life. The past is over. I cannot go back in time except in my mind. I can choose to replay yesterday if I want, but replaying yesterday takes away precious moments out of today, moments that once gone cannot be retrieved. So I let yesterday be gone, and I turn my total attention to this moment of today. This is my special moment, and I rejoice in it. This is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. I release all criticism. People who are self-righteous and judgmental have the most self-hatred of all. Because they refuse to change themselves, they point their fingers at everyone else. They see wrong everywhere. Because they are so critical, they attract much to criticize. One of the most important decisions we can make for our own spiritual growth is to totally release all criticism of others and most of all of ourselves. We always have the option of thinking kind thoughts, unkind thoughts, or neutral thoughts. The more kind and loving thoughts we have, the more kindness and love we will attract in our lives. I only give out that which I wish to receive in return. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every moment. I am willing to let go. I know that each person has divine guidance and wisdom within them, so I do not have to run their lives for them. I am not here to control others. I am here to heal my own life. People come into my life at the right time. We share the time we are meant to have together, and then at the perfect time they leave, and I lovingly let go. I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them, and I am free to create that which is meaningful to me. I see my parents as tiny children who need love. When we have problems with our parents, we often forget that they too were once innocent babies. Who taught them to be hurtful? How can we help them heal their pain? We all need love and healing. I have compassion for my parents' childhoods. I now know I chose them because they were perfect for what I had to learn. I forgive them and set them free, and I set myself free. My home is a peaceful haven. Homes that are loved and appreciated radiate that love. Even if you are there for a short time, be sure you put your love into the rooms. And if you have a garage, put love there too, and keep it neat and tidy. Hang a picture or something attractive, so when you first come home, you enter through beauty. I bless my home with love. I put love in every corner, and my home lovingly responds with warmth and comfort. I am at peace. As I say yes to life, life says yes to me. Life has always said yes to you, even when you were creating negativity. Now that you are aware of this law of life, you can choose to create your positive future. Life mirrors my every thought. As I keep my thoughts positive, life brings me only good experiences. There is plenty for everyone, including me. There is so much food on this planet that we could feed everyone. Yes, there are people who are starving, but it is not the lack of food, it is the lack of love that allows this to happen. There is so much money and so many riches in the world, far more than we know. If it were all distributed equally, within a month or so, those who have money now would have more, and those who are poor now would once again be poor. For wealth has to do with consciousness and deservability. There are billions of people on this planet, yet you will hear people tell you that they are lonely. If we don't reach out, love cannot find us. So as I affirm my self-worth and my deservability, that which I need comes to me in the perfect time-space availability. The ocean of life is lavish with its abundance. All my needs and desires are met before I even ask. My good comes from everywhere and everyone and everything. All is well in my world. My life has always worked perfectly, only I did not know it. I didn't realize that every negative event in my world was life reflecting back to me my belief system. Now that I am aware, I can consciously program my thinking process to have a life that works on all levels. Everything in my life works now and forevermore. My work is deeply fulfilling. When we learn to love what we do, then life sees to it that we will always have interesting creative occupations. When you are ready emotionally and mentally for the next step in life, life will move you to it. Give your best to life today. I do what I love and love what I do. I know that I am always working in the right place with just the right people, and that I learn all of the valuable lessons my soul needs to learn. Life supports me. When you follow the laws of life, life will support you abundantly. Life created me to be fulfilled. I trust life, and life is always there at every turn. I am safe. My future is glorious. Our futures will always represent our current thoughts. What you are thinking and saying right now is creating your future. So think glorious thoughts, and you will have a glorious future. I now live in limitless love, light, and joy. All is well in my world. I open new doors to life. As I walk down the corridor of life, there are doors on every side. Each one opens to a new experience. The more I clear the negative thought patterns from my mind, the more I find doors that open to only good experiences. My clarity of thinking brings to me the best that life has to offer. I rejoice in what I have, and I know fresh new experiences are always ahead of me. I greet the new with open arms. I trust life to be wonderful. I claim my own power, and I lovingly create my own reality. No one can do it for you. Only you can make your own declarations in your mind. If you give your power to others, then you have none. When you claim your power, it is yours. Use it wisely. I ask for more understanding so that I may knowingly and lovingly shape my world and my experiences. I now create a wonderful new job. Bless your current job with love and release it with love to the next person who takes your place, knowing that you are moving into a new level of life. Keep your affirmations for the new position clear and positive, and know that you deserve the best. I am totally open and receptive to a wonderful new position. using my creative talents and abilities, working with and for people I love in a wonderful location and earning good money. Everything I touch is a success. We always have the option of poverty thinking or prosperity thinking. When we think thoughts of lack and limitation, then that is what we experience. There is no way you can be prosperous if your thinking is impoverished. To be successful, you need to constantly think thoughts of prosperity and abundance. I now establish a new awareness of success. I know I can be as successful as I make my mind up to be. I move into the winning circle. Golden opportunities are everywhere for me. Prosperity of every kind is drawn to me. I am open and receptive to new avenues of income. When we are open and receptive, life will find many ways to bring income to us. As we know and affirm that we deserve all good, the infinite source will open new channels. We often limit our own good by believing in fixed income and other closed ideas. Opening our consciousness opens the banks of heaven. I now receive my good from expected and unexpected sources. I am an unlimited being, accepting from an unlimited source in an unlimited way. I am blessed beyond my fondest dreams. I deserve the best, and I accept the best now. The only thing that keeps us from having the good in our life is that we don't believe we deserve it. Somewhere in childhood we learned that we didn't deserve, and we believed it. Now it is time to release that belief. I am mentally and emotionally equipped to enjoy a prosperous and loving life. It is my birthright to deserve all good. I claim my good now. Life is simple and easy. The laws of life are simple, far too simple for many people who want to struggle and complicate things. What you give out comes back to you. What you believe about yourself and about life becomes true for you. It is that simple. All I need to know at any given moment is revealed to me. I trust myself and I trust life, and all is well. Good evening. It's nice to be with you again. Well, the day is now done. The experiences are over. They drift into the past. It is now time to let them go. Let the office stay where the office belongs. And whether you had the best day or the worst day, it is over, so let it go. And with ease and love, turn your attention to this moment, to this point in time and space. This is the only moment that exists for you. This is a time for relaxing, for enjoying the letting go, and a time for preparing ourselves for sleep. The last thing we do or think at night we take into sleep with us. So we want that last thought to be positive and healing. I would suggest that you do not listen to the news just before sleep. And please do not read newspapers at this time either. You don't want to take those disasters to sleep with you. Sleep is a time when we restore ourselves. Our bodies repair themselves and become renewed and refreshed. Our minds move into the dream state where problems of the day are solved, and we prepare for the new day. So let us let the body relax, become very, very comfortable. It does not matter if you go to sleep while I am talking. For even if your conscious mind does not hear my voice, your subconscious mind is listening to and recording every word I say. So you don't have to do a thing. Just take a nice deep breath and let go. Relax your scalp and your forehead. Your eyes are closed and gently relaxed. It feels so good to close your eyes. The muscles of your face relax. Your eye muscles, your cheeks, your lips, your jaw releases, and now you relax the very base of your tongue. Your throat softens and opens, and the back of your neck relaxes. Now your shoulders let go. This relaxed feeling moves down through your upper arms, softening the muscles, into the elbows, through the lower arms, into the hands, through the knuckles, into the fingers, down to the very fingertips. Feel the tingling in your fingertips as your body relaxes more and more. Let your back relax. Feel all the muscles get very heavy, and visualize your vertebrae in perfect alignment. Take another deep breath, and as you exhale, let your chest relax. Your rib cage is floating. Relax the stomach. Feel the peace and calm in the abdominal area. Let the hips relax and the genitals. And allow that relaxed feeling to flow down into the thighs, freeing all those heavy thigh muscles. Let the knees relax and the calf muscles, and move the relaxation into the ankles, through the feet, and out the toes. Your breathing is nice and easy now. Your body is heavy and yet floating. And now your skin relaxes. Then we go inside and allow all your internal organs to relax. And now give your emotions permission to just let go. Feel the peace in your mind and body. When we go to sleep, we wrap up the day. We refresh our mind and our body, and we prepare ourselves for the new day. So as we enter the sleep state, we want to take positive thoughts with us. Thoughts that will create a wonderful new day, a new future. So if there is any anger or blame in you, let it go. If there is any resentment or rage, let it go. If there is any jealousy or fear, let it go. If there is any guilt or need for punishment lingering in the corners of your mind, let it go. No matter how large a problem you may think you have, you are only dealing with a thought, and the thought can be changed. We choose to think a thought. The thought produces a feeling, and we believe that it is true. Imagine, even self-hatred is only hating a thought you have about yourself, and that thought can be changed. That's where our freedom lies, in our ability to choose a new thought to think. So let us consciously choose to release the need within us to be critical and judgmental of ourselves or others. Let us affirm that you are willing to see yourself with approval and acceptance, and that you are willing to allow other people to be themselves. Each person in our life is a mirror of where we are in consciousness. Some people mirror the joyous, loving side of us, and some people mirror the patterns that on a very deep level we want to change. Then we usually get angry and blame them for being wrong. Try to be aware that the people that irritate us the most have come into our lives to teach us what we need to learn about ourselves. In this very relaxed state, allow your mind to go over the various people in your world that annoy you. Think of what it is about them that bothers you the most. And now honestly look into your own life. and see where you do the same thing. Now, if you are willing to release that pattern from within yourself, then you will find, much to your surprise, that you have healed the relationship. When you change your own thinking, you will change, and you will find that other people also change. I believe that everybody on this planet is doing the very best they can at any point in time and space, with the understanding and awareness and knowledge that they have, including yourself and including your parents. I want you to visualize yourself as a little child of 6 or 7, and look deeply into this child's eyes and see the longing that is there, and know that there is only one thing that this little child wants from you, and that is love and acceptance. So reach out your arms and embrace this child and tell it how much you love it. What a wonderful child it is. How beautiful it is. How bright and intelligent it is. How creative it is. And that it is allowed to make mistakes as it learns. And that you will always love it and be there for this child. Now let this little child get very small, just the size to fit into your heart, and put it there so that every time you look down, you can see it looking up at you, and you can give this child lots of love. Now visualize your mother as a little girl of 5 or 6, frightened and looking for love, and not knowing where to find it. So reach out your arms and hold this frightened little girl and help her to feel safe. Tell her how much you love her, and that you will always be there for her, no matter what. And when this frightened little girl relaxes and begins to feel safe, let her also get very small. Just the size to fit into your heart. And put her there with your own little child, so they can give each other lots of love. Now allow yourself to visualize your father as a little boy of 3 or 4, frightened, crying, and looking for love. See the tears rolling down his face as he doesn't know where to turn. So once again, reach out your arms and hold his trembling little body. You know how to do this now. You're good at comforting frightened little children. Comfort him and sing to him. Let him feel how much you love him. Words are not necessary now. You can accomplish this just with feeling. Let him feel how much you love him. Let him feel that you will always be there for him, that he can trust you. And when his tears are dry, and you feel the love and peace in his little body, then let him get very small, just the size to fit into your heart, and put him there with the 2 other little ones, so that those 3 little children can give each other lots of love, and you can love them all the time. Your heart has so much love in it, and the more of this love that you share and give away, the more you will have to share. Love is not a substance that runs out. It's like a muscle. The less you use it, the more it withers and dies, and the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And the love that you give out returns to you multiplied and greets you wherever you go. Love is the answer. Love is the most healing force there is. Love abolishes anger. Love releases resentment. Love gets rid of guilt. Love banishes blame. Love fades fear. Love opens the door. Love is the pathway to freedom and peace of mind. Love is the answer. And forgiveness is the way to love. The Course in Miracles says that all illness is created by being unforgiving, and that when you are ill, there is someone you need to forgive. They could be living or they could be dead, but continue to live in your mind. When we really understand that everyone in our life is a mirror of where we are, and that whatever they are doing, it is only a reflection of our own pattern. With this knowledge, we can never be angry or blame anyone again. All we need to do is to be willing to release the pattern within ourselves, and to be grateful to them for showing us where we need to work. Let us affirm that we are willing to release the need to criticize and judge. We begin to learn to love and accept who and where we are now. We drop all blame, and we become willing to change our patterns. Now let's do a series of affirmations, powerful statements of truth about ourselves. These are healing words, and in this relaxed state of mind, they sink deep into our subconscious mind, and we take these positive statements into our sleep and into the dream world, and we make them true for us. Affirm with me. It is easy for me to change. It is easy for me to change. I willingly release the past. I willingly and joyfully release the negative past. Burdens fall away from me. Old burdens easily fall away from me. I feel free and light. My mind feels free and light. I am secure. I am secure and powerful. I now choose to use my power. I choose to select my thoughts. I choose joy. I choose laughter. I choose enthusiasm. I choose self-esteem. I choose understanding. I choose compassion. I choose gentleness. I choose kindness. I choose friendliness. I choose love. I know I am worthwhile. I am worth liking. I am worth loving. I approve of myself. I choose health. I choose prosperity. I choose opportunity. I choose fulfillment and satisfaction. I choose success. I choose enlightenment. I choose forgiveness. I choose to release all barriers to love. I choose to let love flow through every area of my life and in all my relationships, from the most casual and fleeting to the most intimate and lasting. I choose harmony and loving communication wherever I am. I choose to see good and worth in everyone. I affirm I am an open channel for divine ideas. Whatever I need to know is always revealed to me, and whatever I need comes to me in the right time-space sequence. I know that all is well in my world. Feeling as good as I do, I now allow myself to drift off into sleep. Deep, restful sleep. A deep sleep that is very refreshing and healing to me. I will awaken in the morning feeling good, looking good, with lots of energy, and looking forward to a terrific new day. My life is continuously changing for the better, and I rejoice that this is so. Good night. Sweet dreams. You are very safe. All is well. And I love you. Good evening. It's nice to be with you again. Well, the day is now done. The experiences are over. They drift into the past. It is now time to let them go. Let the office stay where the office belongs. And whether you had the best day or the worst day, it is over. So let it go. And with ease and love, turn your attention to this moment, to this point in time and space. This is the only moment that exists for you. This is a time for relaxing, for enjoying the letting go, and a time for preparing ourselves for sleep. The last thing we do or think at night, we take into sleep with us. So we want that last thought to be positive and healing. I would suggest that you do not listen to the news just before sleep. And please do not read newspapers at this time either. You don't want to take those disasters to sleep with you. Sleep is a time when we restore ourselves. Our bodies repair themselves and become renewed and refreshed. Our minds move into the dream state where problems of the day are solved, and we prepare for the new day. So let us let the body relax, become very, very comfortable. It does not matter if you go to sleep while I am talking. For even if your conscious mind does not hear my voice, your subconscious mind is listening to and recording every word I say. So you don't have to do a thing. Just take a nice deep breath and let go. Relax your scalp and your forehead. Your eyes are closed and gently relaxed. It feels so good to close your eyes. The muscles of your face relax. Your eye muscles. Every time you look down, you can see it looking up at you. And you can give this child lots of love. Now visualize your mother as a little girl of 5 or 6, frightened and looking for love, and not knowing where to find it. So reach out your arms and hold this frightened little girl and help her to feel safe. Tell her how much you love her and that you will always be there for her, no matter what. And when this frightened little girl relaxes and begins to feel safe, Let her also get very small. Just the size to fit into your heart. And put her there with your own little child so they can give each other lots of love. Now allow yourself to visualize your father as a little boy of 3 or 4, frightened, crying, and looking for love. See the tears rolling down his face as he doesn't know where to turn. So once again, reach out your arms and hold his trembling little body. You know how to do this now. You're good at comforting frightened little children. Comfort him and sing to him. Let him feel how much you love him. Words are not necessary for being wrong. Try to be aware that the people that irritate us the most have come into our lives to teach us what we need to learn about ourselves. In this very relaxed state, allow your mind to go over the various people in your world that annoy you. Think of what it is about them that bothers you the most. And now honestly look into your own life and see where you do the same thing. Now, if you are willing to release that pattern from within yourself, then you will find, much to your surprise, that you have healed the relationship. When you change your own thinking, you will change, and you will find that other people also change. I believe that everybody on this planet is doing the very best they can at any point in time and space, with the understanding and awareness and knowledge that they have, including yourself and including your parents. I want you to visualize yourself as a little child of 6 or 7. And look deeply into this child's eyes and see the longing that is there. And know that there is only one thing that this little child wants from you, and that is love and acceptance. So reach out your arms and embrace this child and tell it how much you love it. What a wonderful child it is. How beautiful it is. How bright and intelligent it is. How creative it is. And that it is allowed to make mistakes as it learns. and that you will always love it and be there for this child. Now let this little child get very small, just the size to fit into your heart, and put it there so that then we go inside and allow all your internal organs to relax. And now give your emotions permission to just let go. Feel the peace in your mind and body. When we go to sleep, we wrap up the day. We refresh our mind and our body, and we prepare ourselves for the new day. So as we enter the sleep state, we want to take positive thoughts with us. Thoughts that will create a wonderful new day, a new future. So if there is any anger or blame in you, let it go. If there is any resentment or rage, let it go. If there is any jealousy or fear, let it go. If there is any guilt or need for punishment lingering in the corners of your mind, let it go. No matter how large a problem you may think you have, you are only dealing with a thought, and the thought can be changed. We choose to think a thought. The thought produces a feeling, and we believe that it is true. Imagine, even self-hatred is only hating a thought you have about yourself. And that thought can be changed. That's where our freedom lies, in our ability to choose a new thought to think. So let us consciously choose to release the need within us to be critical and judgmental of ourselves or others. Let us affirm that you are willing to see yourself with approval and acceptance, and that you are willing to allow other people to be themselves. Each person in our life is a mirror of where we are in consciousness. Some people mirror the joyous, loving side of us, and some people mirror the patterns that on a very deep level we want to change. Then we usually get angry and blame them. Your cheeks, your lips, your jaw releases, and now you relax the very base of your tongue. Your throat softens and opens, and the back of your neck relaxes. Now your shoulders let go. This relaxed feeling moves down through your upper arms, softening the muscles, into the elbows, through the lower arms, into the hands, through the knuckles, into the fingers, down to the very fingertips. Feel the tingling in your fingertips as your body relaxes more and more. Let your back relax. Feel all the muscles get very heavy and visualize your vertebrae in perfect alignment. Take another deep breath, and as you exhale, let your chest relax. Your rib cage is floating. Relax the stomach. Feel the peace and calm in the abdominal area. Let the hips relax and the genitals, and allow that relaxed feeling to flow down into the thighs, freeing all those heavy thigh muscles. Let the knees relax and the calf muscles, and move the relaxation into the ankles, through the feet, and out the toes. Your breathing is nice and easy now. Your body is heavy and yet floating. And now your skin relaxes. Let's talk about prosperity or wealth, however you want to look at it. You can never create prosperity by talking or thinking about your lack of money. This is wasted thinking and cannot bring you abundance. Dwelling on lack only creates more lack. Poverty thinking brings more poverty, and gratitude thinking brings abundance. There are a few affirmations and attitudes that are guaranteed to keep prosperity beyond reach. Resenting other people for the amount of money they may have just puts up a wall between you and your own flow. Open your consciousness to new ideas about money, and it will be yours. There is never enough money. Now that is a terrible affirmation to use. Also the one, money goes out faster than it comes in. This is poverty thinking of the worst kind. The universe can only respond to what you believe about yourself and about life. Examine whatever negative thoughts you have about money, and then decide to release them and let them go. They have not served you well in the past and will not serve you well in the future. You can buy an occasional lottery ticket for fun, but do not put a lot of attention into winning the lottery and think it will solve your problems. This is scarcity thinking or poverty thinking, and cannot bring lasting good into your life. Winning the lottery seldom brings positive changes into anyone's life. In fact, within 2 years, most lottery winners have lost almost all their winnings, have nothing to show for it, and are often worse off financially than before. If you think that winning the lottery will solve all of your problems, you are greatly mistaken, because it doesn't involve changing consciousness. In effect, you're saying to the universe, I don't deserve to have good in my life except by a fluke chance. If you would only change your consciousness, your thinking, to allow the abundance of the universe to flow through your experience, you could have all the things you think the lottery can bring you. And you'd be able to keep them because they would be yours by right of consciousness. Affirming, declaring, deserving, and allowing are the steps to demonstrating riches far greater than you could ever win in a lottery. Another thing that can keep you from prospering is being dishonest. Whatever you give out in life comes back to you, always. And if you take from life, then life will take from you. It is that simple. You may feel that you don't steal, but are you counting the paper clips and stamps you may take from the office? Or are you a person who steals time, or robs others of respect, or perhaps steals relationships? All these things count and are a way of saying to the universe, I don't really deserve the good in life. I have to sneak around and take it. So become aware of the beliefs that may be blocking the flow of money in your life, and then change those beliefs and begin to create new, abundant thinking. Even if no one else in your family has done this, you can open your mind to the concept of money flowing into your life. If we want to prosper, then we must use prosperity thinking. I have 2 prosperity affirmations I've used for many years, and they work well for me. They'll also work for you. 1, my income is constantly increasing. And 2, I prosper wherever I turn. I had very little money when I started using them, but consistent practice has made them come true for me. You know, for a long time I've believed that business is a place where we bless and prosper each other. I've never understood the concept of cutthroat business, where you try to cheat and put one over on the other person. That doesn't sound like a joyous way to live. There is so much abundance in this world if we would but just share it. At Hay House, my publishing firm, we have always been honest, honorable, we live up to our word, we do our work well, and treat others with respect and generosity. When you live that way, it is impossible to keep the money away. The universe rewards you at every possible turn. Today we have a fabulous reputation in the publishing world and so much business that we are turning it away. We do not want to grow so big that we lose the personal touch. Now, if I, an abused child who did not finish high school, can do it, so can you. Once a day, stand with your arms open wide and say with joy, I am open and receptive to all the good and abundance in the universe, and thank you, life. Life will hear you and respond. Affirmations for wealth. If you want to bring in the bucks, then use these affirmations with feeling and meaning. I am a magnet for money. Prosperity of every kind is drawn to me. Wherever it is that I work, I am deeply appreciated and well compensated. I live in a loving, abundant, harmonious universe, and I am grateful. I am now willing to be open to the unlimited prosperity that exists everywhere. Life supplies all my needs in great abundance. I trust life. The law of attraction brings only good into my life. I move from poverty thinking to prosperity thinking, and my finances reflect this change. I express gratitude for all the good in my life. Each day brings wonderful new surprises. I pay my bills with love, and I rejoice as I write out each check. Abundance flows freely through me. I deserve the best, and I accept the best now. I release all resistance to money, and I now allow it to flow joyously into my life. My good comes from everywhere and everyone. Hello, this is Louise Hay, and I am delighted to share my ideas on affirmations with you. Do listen to the CD for at least 30 days. If you drive a car, it is a perfect companion on the road. Let these ideas permeate your consciousness until they become a part of you. I dedicate this CD to my ever-growing audience. It is my desire that each and every person learn how to use affirmations to create love, peace, joy, prosperity, and a sense of well-being for themselves. Today is a new day. Today is a day for you to begin creating a joyous, fulfilling life. Today is the day to begin to release all your limitations. Today is the day for you to learn the secrets of life. You can change your life for the better. You already have the tools within you to do this. These tools are your thoughts and your beliefs. I will teach you how to use these tools to improve the quality of your life. For those of you who are not familiar with the benefits of positive affirmations, I would like to explain a little about them. An affirmation is really anything you say or think. A lot of what we normally say and think is quite negative and does not create good experiences for us. We have to retrain our thinking and speaking into positive patterns if we want to change our lives. An affirmation opens the way. It is a beginning point of change. In essence, you are saying to your subconscious mind, I am taking responsibility. I am aware that there is something I can do to change. When I talk about doing affirmations, I mean to consciously choose words that will either help to eliminate something from your life or help to create something new in your life. Every thought you think and every word you speak is an affirmation. All our self-talk is a stream of affirmations. You are using affirmations every moment, whether you know it or not. You are affirming and creating your life experiences with every word and every thought. Your beliefs are merely habitual thinking patterns that you learned as a child. Many of them work very well for you. Other beliefs may be limiting your ability to create the very things you may say you want. What you want and what you believe you deserve may be very different. You need to pay attention to your thoughts so you can begin to eliminate the ones that are creating experiences that you do not want in your life. Please realize that every complaint is an affirmation of something you think you don't want in your life. Every time you get angry, you are affirming that you want more anger in your life. Every time you feel like a victim, you are affirming that you want to continue to feel like a victim. If you feel that life does not give you what you want in your world, then it is certain you will never have the goodies that life gives to others until you change the way you think and talk. You are not a bad person for thinking the way you do. You have just never learned how to think and talk. The world is just now beginning to learn that our thoughts create our experiences. Your parents probably didn't know this, so they could not possibly teach it to you. They taught you how to look at life in the way that their parents taught them, so nobody is wrong. However, It is time for all of us to wake up and to begin to consciously create our lives in a way that pleases and supports us. You can do it. I can do it. We can all do it. You just need to learn how. So let's get to it. I will talk about affirmations in general, and then I will get to specific areas of life and show you how to make positive changes in your health or your finances or your love life, etc. Once you learn how to use affirmations, then you can apply the principles in all situations. Some people say that affirmations don't work, which is an affirmation in itself, when what they mean is they don't know how to use them correctly. They may say, "My prosperity is growing," and think, "Oh, this is stupid, I know it won't work." Which affirmation will win out? The negative one, because it is part of a long-standing, habitual way of looking at life. Sometimes people will say their affirmations once a day and then complain the rest of the time. It will take a long time for affirmations to work if it is done this way. The complaining affirmations will always win because there are more of them and they are usually said with great feeling. Saying our affirmations is only part of the procedure. What we do for the rest of the day and night is even more important. The secrets to having your affirmations work quickly and consistently is to prepare the atmosphere for them to grow in. Affirmations are like seeds planted in soil. Poor soil, poor growth. Rich soil, abundant growth. The more you can choose to think thoughts that make you feel good, the quicker the affirmations work. Think happy thoughts. It's that simple, and it is doable. The way you choose to think right now is just that, a choice. You may not realize it because you have thought this way for so long, but it really is a choice. Now, today, this moment, you can choose to change your thinking. It won't turn around overnight, but if you are consistent and daily make the choice to think thoughts that make you feel good, you will definitely make positive changes in every area of your life. I learned this secret from Abraham. If you haven't experienced the teacher Abraham, call 830-755-2299 or log on to the website www.abraham-hicks.com for information. I consider Abraham to be one of the best teachers on the planet today. I awaken each morning with blessings and gratitude for the wonderful life I lead, and I make the choice to think happy thoughts no matter what others are doing. No, I don't do it 100% of the time, but I am up to about 75–80% now, and it's made a big difference in how much I enjoy life and how much good just seems to flow into my everyday world. The only moment you ever live is this moment. This moment is the only time you have any control over. If we won't choose to feel good in this moment, then how can we create future moments that are abundant and fun? How do you feel right now? Do you feel good? Do you feel bad? What are your current emotions? What is your gut feeling? Would you like to feel better? Then reach for a better feeling thought. If you feel bad in any way, sad, grumpy, bitter, resentful, angry, fearful, guilty, depressed, jealous, critical, etc., then you have temporarily lost your connection to the flow of good experiences that the universe has waiting for you. Don't waste your thoughts on blame. No person, place, or thing has any control over your feelings, because they do not think in your mind. It is also why you really have no control over others, because you cannot control their thoughts. No one can control another unless that person gives permission. So you want to be aware of this powerful mind you have. You can take total control over your own thinking. It is the only thing you will ever have total control of. What you choose to think is what you will get in life. I have decided to choose to think thoughts of joy and appreciation, and you can too. What kind of thoughts make you feel good? Thoughts of love, appreciation, gratitude, remembering joyful experiences, thinking of good things you would like to have happen in the future, rejoicing that you are alive, blessing your body with love, and enjoying this moment and looking forward to tomorrow. Thinking these kinds of thoughts is an act of loving yourself, and loving yourself creates miracles in your life. Now let's get to the affirmations. Doing affirmations is consciously choosing to think certain thoughts that will create positive results in the future. It is a focal point to begin changing your thinking. Affirmative statements are going beyond the reality of the present into the creation of the future by the words you use in the now. When you choose to say, "I am very prosperous," you may have very little money in the bank at the moment. What you are doing is planting seeds for future prosperity. Each time you repeat it, you are affirming the seeds you have planted in the atmosphere of your mind. That is why you want it to be a happy atmosphere. Things grow much quicker in fertile, rich soil. It is important for you to always say your affirmations in present tense. I have or I am. If you say I am going to or I will have, then it stays out there in the future. The universe takes your thoughts and words very literally and gives you what you say you want. Always. This is another reason to keep a happy mental atmosphere. It is easier to think in positive affirmations when you feel good. Think of it this way: every thought you think counts, so don't waste your precious thoughts. Every positive thought brings good into your life. Every negative thought pushes good away. It keeps it just out of your reach. How many times in your life have you almost gotten something good and it seemed to be just snatched away at the last moment? If you could remember your mental atmosphere at those times, you would have the answer. Too many negative thoughts create the barrier against positive affirmations. If you say, "I don't want to be sick anymore," this is not an affirmation for good health. You have to state clearly what you do want. I accept perfect health now. I hate this car does not bring you a wonderful new car because you are not clear. And even if you do get a new car, in a short time you will probably hate it because this is what you've been affirming. If you want a new car, then say something like this: I have a beautiful new car that suits all my needs. Some people say life sucks, which is a terrible affirmation. Can you imagine what experiences that will bring you? But it isn't life that sucks. It's your thinking that sucks. That thought will help you to feel terrible, and when you feel terrible, no good can come into your life. Don't waste time arguing for your limitations, poor relationships, problems, illnesses, poverty, etc. The more you talk about the problem, the more you anchor it in place. Don't blame others for your problems. It's just another waste of time. We are all under the law of our own consciousness, our own thoughts, and only we attract specific experiences to us by the way we think. When you change your thinking process, then everything in your life will also change. You will be amazed and delighted to see how people, places, things, and circumstances can change. Blame is just another negative affirmation, and you do not want to waste your precious thoughts on it. Instead, learn to turn your negative affirmations around into positive ones. For instance, I hate my body becomes I love and appreciate my body. I never have enough money, or money flows into my life in an abundant way. I'm tired of being sick, or I allow my body to return to its natural, vibrant health. I'm too fat, or I honor my body and take good care of it. Nobody loves me. I radiate love, and love fills my life. I'm not creative. 2, I'm discovering talents I did not know I had. I'm stuck in a lousy job, can become wonderful new doors are opening for me all the time. I'm not good enough. Or I'm in the process of positive changes and I deserve the best. This does not mean for you to be frightened of every thought you think, because when you first begin to make the changeover and really pay attention to your thoughts, you will be horrified to realize how negative much of your thinking has been. So when you catch a negative thought, just think to yourself, this is an old thought, I no longer choose to think that way. Then find a positive thought to substitute for it as quickly as you can. Remember, you want to feel good as much as possible. Thoughts of bitterness, resentment, blame, and guilt make you feel miserable. And that is a habit you really want to release. Affirmations are solutions that will replace whatever problem you might have. Whenever you have a problem, repeat over and over, all is well, everything is working out for my highest good, out of this situation only good will come, and I am safe. This simple affirmation will work miracles in your life. I would also like to suggest that you do not share your affirmations with others who may poo-poo these ideas. When you are just getting started, it is best to keep your thinking to yourself until you have achieved your desired results. Then friends will say, oh, your life is changing so much, you're so different, what have you been doing? And then you can explain. Go over this section several times until you really get the principles and can live them. Also zero in on the sections that may have the most meaning to you and practice the affirmations. And remember to make up affirmations of your own. The first affirmations for you to use right now are, I can do it. I can feel good about myself. I can make positive changes in my life. Let's talk about health. If you want to create better health in your body, there are definitely some things you must not do. You must not get angry at your body for any reason. Anger is another affirmation, and it is telling your body that you hate it or hate parts of it. Your cells are very aware of every thought you have. Think of your body as a servant that is working as hard as it can to keep you in perfect health, no matter how you treat it. Your body knows how to heal itself. If you feed it healthy foods and beverages, and give it exercise and sufficient sleep, and think happy thoughts, then its work is easy. The cells are working in a happy, healthy atmosphere. However, if you feed it junk foods and drink lots of diet soda, be a couch potato and skimp on sleep, and are grouchy and complaining all the time, then the cells in your body are working at a disadvantage and in a disagreeable atmosphere. Then it's no wonder that your body is not as healthy as you would like it to be. You will never create good health by talking or thinking about your illness. Good health comes from love and appreciation. You want to put as much love into your body as you possibly can. Talk to it in loving ways. Touch and stroke it in loving ways. If there is a part of your body that is ailing or diseased, then you want to treat it as you would a sick little child. Tell it how much you love it, and that you are doing everything you can to help it get well quickly. If you are sick, then you want to do more than just go to the doctor and have him give you a chemical to take care of the symptom. Your body is telling you that something you are doing is not good for your body. You need to learn more about health. The more you learn, the easier it is to take care of your body. You do not want to choose to feel like a victim. That just gives your power away. You could go to a health food store and pick up one of the many good books that teach you how to keep yourself healthy. You could see a nutritionist and have a healthy diet created just for you, or you could see a holistic health practitioner. Do create a healthy, happy mental atmosphere. Be a willing participant in your own health plan. I believe we create every so-called illness in our body. The body, like everything else in life, is a mirror of our inner thoughts and beliefs. The body is always talking to us if we will only take the time to listen. Every cell within your body responds to every single thought you think and every word you speak. Continuous modes of thinking and speaking produce body behaviors and postures and eases or diseases. The person who has a permanently scowling face did not produce that by having joyous, loving thoughts. Older people's faces and bodies show so clearly a lifetime of thinking patterns. How will you look when you are elderly? Learn to accept that your life is not a series of random events, but a pathway of awakening. If every day is an awakening, you will never grow old. You will just keep growing. Imagine the day you turn 49 as the infancy of another life. A woman today who reaches the age 50 and remains free of cancer and heart disease can expect to see her 92nd birthday. You and only you have the ability to customize your own life cycle. So change your thinking now and get going. You are here for a very important reason, and all you need is available to you. You can create thoughts that create a mental atmosphere that contributes to illness, or you can choose to think thoughts that create a healthy atmosphere both within you and around you. Positive affirmations for health. I enjoy the foods that are best for my body. I love every cell of my body. I make healthy choices. I have respect for myself. I look forward to a healthy old age because I take loving care of my body now. I am constantly discovering new ways to improve my health. I return my body to optimum health by giving it what it needs on every level. Healing happens. I get my mind out of the way and allow the intelligence of my body to do its healing work naturally. I have a special guardian angel. I am divinely guided and protected at all times. Perfect health is my divine right, and I claim it now. I am grateful for my healthy body. I love life. I am the only person who has control over my eating habits. I can always resist something if I choose to. Water is my favorite beverage. I drink lots of water to cleanse my body and mind. Filling my mind with pleasant thoughts is the quickest road to health. Let's talk about forgiveness. You can never be free of bitterness as long as you continue to think unforgiving thoughts. How can you be happy in this moment if you continue to choose to think angry and resentful thoughts? Thoughts of bitterness cannot create joy. No matter how justified you feel you are, no matter what they did, if you insist on holding on to the past, then you will never be free. Forgiveness of yourself and of others will release you from the prison of the past. When you feel that you are stuck in some situation, or when your affirmations are not working, it usually means there is some more forgiving to be done. When you do not flow freely with life in the present moment, it usually means you are holding on to a past moment. It can be regret, sadness, hurt, fear, or guilt, blame, anger, resentment, and sometimes a desire for revenge. Each one of these states comes from a space of unforgiveness, a refusal to let go and to come into the present moment. Only in the present moment can you create your future. If you are holding on to the past, you cannot be in the present. It is only in this now moment that your thoughts and words are powerful. So you really don't want to waste your current thoughts to continue to create your future from the garbage of the past. When you blame another, you give your own power away because you are placing the responsibility for your feelings on someone else. People in our lives may behave in ways that trigger uncomfortable responses in us. However, they did not get into our minds and create the buttons that have been pushed. Taking responsibility for our own feelings and reactions is mastering our ability to respond. In other words, we learn to consciously choose rather than simply react. Forgiveness is a tricky and confusing concept for many people. There is a difference between forgiveness and acceptance. Forgiving someone does not mean that you condone their behavior. And the act of forgiveness takes place in your own mind. It really has nothing to do with the other person. The reality of true forgiveness lies in setting ourselves free from holding on to the pain. It is simply an act of releasing yourself from the negative energy. Also, forgiveness does not mean allowing the painful behaviors or actions of another to continue in your life. Sometimes forgiveness means letting go. You forgive them and release them. Taking a stand and setting healthy boundaries is often the most loving thing you can do, not only for yourself, but for the other person as well. No matter what your reasons are for having bitter, unforgiving feelings, you can go beyond them. You can get off it, you can let it go. You only live in the now, and you can choose to think thoughts that make you feel good right now. You can choose to practice thinking thoughts that create a positive today and tomorrow. Know that you are creating thinking habits that will serve you well forever. Positive affirmations for achieving forgiveness. The door to my heart opens inwards. I move through forgiveness to love. As I change my thoughts, the world around me changes. The past is over, so it has no power now. The thoughts of this moment create my future. It is no fun being a victim. I refuse to be helpless anymore. I claim my own power. I give myself the gift of freedom from the past and move with joy into the now. There is no problem too big or too small that it cannot be solved with love. I am ready to be healed. I am willing to forgive, and all is well. I know that old negative patterns no longer limit me. I let them go with ease. As I forgive myself, it becomes easier to forgive others. I forgive myself for not being perfect. I am living the very best way I know how. It is now safe for me to release all of my childhood traumas and move into love. I forgive everyone in my past for all perceived wrongs. I release them with love. All of the changes in life that lie before me are positive ones, and I am safe. You have a choice. You can choose to stay stuck and bitter, or you can do yourself a favor by willingly forgiving the past and let it go, and then move on to create a joyous, fulfilling life. You have the freedom to make your life anything you want it to be because you have freedom of choice. Let's talk about prosperity or wealth, however you want to look at it. You can never create prosperity by talking or thinking about your lack of money. This is wasted thinking and cannot bring you abundance. Dwelling on lack only creates more lack. Poverty thinking brings more poverty, and gratitude thinking
brings abundance. There are a few affirmations and attitudes that are guaranteed to keep prosperity beyond reach. Resenting other people for the amount of money they may have just puts up a wall between you and your own flow. Open your consciousness to new ideas about money, and it will be yours. There is never enough money. Now that is a terrible affirmation to use. Also the one, money goes out faster than it comes in. This is poverty thinking of the worst kind. The universe can only respond to what you believe about yourself and about life. Examine whatever negative thoughts you have about money, and then decide to release them and let them go. They have not served you well in the past and will not serve you well in the future. You can buy an occasional lottery ticket for fun, but do not put a lot of attention into winning the lottery and think it will solve your problems. This is scarcity thinking or poverty thinking and cannot bring lasting good into your life. Winning the lottery seldom brings positive changes into anyone's life. In fact, within 2 years, most lottery winners have lost almost all their winnings, have nothing to show for it, and are often worse off financially than before. If you think that winning the lottery will solve all of your problems, you are greatly mistaken, because it doesn't involve changing consciousness. In effect, you're saying to the universe, I don't deserve to have good in my life except by a fluke chance. If you would only change your consciousness, your thinking, to allow the abundance of the universe to flow through your experience, you could have all the things you think the lottery can bring you. And you'd be able to keep them because they would be yours by right of consciousness. Affirming, declaring, deserving, and allowing are the steps to demonstrating riches far greater than you could ever win in a lottery. Another thing that can keep you from prospering is being dishonest. Whatever you give out in life comes back to you, always. And if you take from life, then life will take from you. It is that simple. You may feel that you don't steal, but are you counting the paper clips and stamps you may take from the office? Or are you a person who steals time, or robs others of respect, or perhaps steals relationships? All these things count and are a way of saying to the universe, I don't really deserve the good in life. I have to sneak around and take it. So become aware of the beliefs that may be blocking the flow of money in your life, and then change those beliefs and begin to create new, abundant thinking. Even if no one else in your family has done this, you can open your mind to the concept of money flowing into your life. If we want to prosper, then we must use prosperity thinking. I have 2 prosperity affirmations I've used for many years, and they work well for me. They'll also work for you. 1, my income is constantly increasing. And 2, I prosper wherever I turn. I had very little money when I started using them, but consistent practice has made them come true for me. You know, for a long time I've believed that business is a place where we bless and prosper each other. I've never understood the concept of cutthroat business, where you try to cheat and put one over on the other person. That doesn't sound like a joyous way to live. There is so much abundance in this world if we would but just share it. At Hay House, my publishing firm, we have always been honest, honorable, we live up to our word, we do our work well, and treat others with respect and generosity. When you live that way, it is impossible to keep the money away. The universe rewards you at every possible turn. Today, we have a fabulous reputation in the publishing world and so much business that we are turning it away. We do not want to grow so big that we lose the personal touch. Now, if I, an abused child who did not finish high school, can do it, so can you. Once a day, stand with your arms open wide and say with joy, I am open and receptive to all the good and abundance in the universe, and thank you, life. Life will hear you and respond. Affirmations for wealth. If you want to bring in the bucks, then use these affirmations with feeling and meaning. I am a magnet for money. Prosperity of every kind is drawn to me. Wherever it is that I work, I am deeply appreciated and well compensated. I live in a loving, abundant, harmonious universe, and I am grateful. I am now willing to be open to the unlimited prosperity that exists everywhere. Life supplies all my needs in great abundance. I trust life. The law of attraction brings only good into my life. I move from poverty thinking to prosperity thinking, and my finances reflect this change. I express gratitude for all the good in my life. Each day brings wonderful new surprises. I pay my bills with love, and I rejoice as I write out each check. Abundance flows freely through me. I deserve the best, and I accept the best now. I release all resistance to money, and I now allow it to flow joyously into my life. My good comes from everywhere and everyone. Creativity. You can never express yourself creatively by talking or thinking about what a klutz you are. If you say, I have no creativity, then that is an affirmation that will be true for you for as long as you continue to use it. There is an innate creativity flowing in all of us, and if we let it out, it will surprise and delight us. We are all tapped into the creative flow of energy in the universe. Some of us express ourselves more creatively than others, but we all can do it. We all create our lives every day. Each of us has unique talents and abilities. Unfortunately, too many of us had well-meaning adults stifle that creativity when we were children. I had a teacher who told me I couldn't dance because I was too tall, and a friend was told he couldn't draw because he drew the wrong tree. It's also silly, but we were obedient children and believed the messages. But now you can go beyond them. Another false assumption is that you must be an artist to be creative. That is one form of creativity, and there are so many more. You are creating every moment of your life, from the most common, ordinary creations of new cells in your body, from choosing your emotional responses to your present job, to your bank account, to your relationships with friends, and to your very attitudes about yourself. It's all creativity. Also, you could be a really good bed maker. You could cook delicious food. You could do your job creatively. You could be creative in the garden, or you could be creative in the ways that you are kind to others. These are a few of the millions of ways of expressing yourself creatively. No matter how you choose to express yourself creatively, you want to have satisfaction and to be deeply fulfilled by all that you do. If you will allow it, you are divinely guided by Spirit at all times. Know that Spirit makes no mistakes. When there is a strong desire within you to express or create something, know that feeling is divine discontent. Our longing is our calling. No matter what it is, if we go with it, we will be guided, guarded, and assured of success. When a purpose or a path is laid before us, we have a choice to trust and go with it, or remain stuck in the fear. Trusting the perfection which resides within you is the key. I know it can be frightening. Everybody is afraid of something, but we can do it anyway. Remember, the universe loves you and wants you to succeed at everything you do. You are expressing yourself creatively every moment of the day. In fact, expressing yourself creatively is the only thing you do. You are being you in your own unique way, all the time. Knowing that, you can now release any mental beliefs that you are not creative and go for each and every project that comes to mind. And never think you're too old for anything. My own life did not begin to have meaning until I was in my mid-40s when I started teaching. At 50, I began my publishing company on a very small scale. At 55, I ventured into the world of computers, taking classes and overcoming the fear of them. At 60, I had my first garden and have become an avid organic gardener who grows her own food. At 70, I entered a children's art class. And also in my 70s, I totally changed my handwriting. I became inspired by Vimala Rogers, who wrote, "Your handwriting can change your life." At 75, I graduated to an adults art class and have started to sell my paintings. My current art teacher wants me to get involved with sculpture next. And at the same time, I took up yoga, and my body is making positive changes. A few months ago, at 76, I decided to stretch myself in areas that scared me, and I took up ballroom dancing. Now I'm taking several classes a week, and I'm fulfilling my childhood dream of learning to dance. I love to learn things I have not experienced. Who knows what I'll do in the future? But I know I will be doing my affirmations and expressing new creativity until the day I leave the planet. So if there's a particular project you want to do, or if you just want to be more creative in general, then you can use some of these affirmations and use them joyously as you release your creativity in 1,000,001 different projects. Positive affirmations for expressing creativity. I release all resistance to expressing my creativity fully. I am always in touch with my creative source. I feel good expressing myself in all sorts of creative ways. I am a clear thinker, and I express myself with ease. I am learning to be more creative every day. My potential is unlimited. I am discovering talents I did not know I had. My innate creativity surprises and delights me. My talents are in demand, and my unique gifts are appreciated by those around me. I am a joyous, creative expression of life. Ideas come to me easily and effortlessly. Let's talk about relationships, romance. Personal relationships always seem to be the first priority for many of us. Perhaps you are always searching for love. Hunting for love doesn't always bring the right partner because the reasons for wanting love are unclear. We think, oh, if I only had someone who loved me, my life would be so much better. But that's not the way it works. There is a big difference between the need for love and being needy for love. When you are needy for love, it simply means that you are missing love and approval from the most important person you know, yourself. You may become involved in relationships that are codependent and ineffectual for both partners. You can never create love in your life by talking or thinking about being lonely. Feeling lonely and needy just pushes people away. You cannot heal a relationship in your life by talking or thinking about how awful it is now. This only puts the attention on the problem, not the solution. You want to turn your thoughts away from the problem and create new thoughts that will produce a solution. Arguing for your limitations is just resistance, and resistance is only a delay tactic. It's another way of saying, I'm not good enough to have what I'm asking for. The first relationship to improve is the one you have with yourself. When you are happy with yourself, then all your other relationships improve too. A happy person is very attractive to others. If you are looking for more love, then you need to love yourself more. This means no criticism, no complaining, no blaming, no whining, and no choosing to feel lonely. It means being very content with yourself in the present moment and choosing to think thoughts that make you feel good now. There is no one way to experience love, for we all experience love in different ways. For some of us to really experience love, we need to feel love through being hugged and touched. For others to really feel loved, we need to hear the words, "I love you." For others, we need to see a demonstration of love, like a gift of flowers. Our preferred way of experiencing love is often the way we feel most comfortable demonstrating love. I suggest that you work on loving yourself non-stop. Demonstrate to yourself the growing love that you have for yourself. Treat yourself to romance and love. Show yourself how special you are. Pamper yourself. Buy yourself flowers. Surround yourself with colors, textures, and scents that please you. Life always mirrors back to us the feelings we have inside. As you grow in an inner sense of love and romance, the right person to share your growing sense of intimacy will be attracted to you like a magnet. If you want to go from loneliness thinking to fulfillment thinking, then you need to think in terms of creating a loving mental atmosphere within you and around you. Do let all those negative thoughts about love and romance just fade away and fill your mind with thoughts of love. Think of sharing love and approval and acceptance with everyone you meet. When you are able to contribute to the fulfillment of your own needs, then you will not be so needy, so codependent. It has to do with how much you love yourself. When you truly love who you are, you stay centered, calm, and secure, and your relationships at home as well as at work are wonderful. You will find yourself reacting to various situations and people differently. Matters that once may have been desperately important won't be quite as important anymore. New people will enter your life, and perhaps some old one will disappear, which can be scary at first, and also wonderful, refreshing, and exciting. Once you have all this clear in your mind, and you know what you want in a relationship, you must go out and be with people. No one is going to suddenly appear at your doorstep. A good way to meet people is in a support group or a night class. It enables you to connect with people who are like-minded or who are involved in the same interests. It's amazing how quickly you can meet new friends. Be open and receptive, and the universe will respond to you for your highest good. Think happy thoughts, and you will be a happy person, and everyone will want to be with you, and all your current relationships will improve. Positive affirmations for love. I will allow these affirmations to fill my consciousness, knowing they will become true for me, and I will practice them often and with joy. From time to time, I ask those I love, how can I love you more? I choose to see clearly with eyes of love. I love what I see. I draw love and romance into my life, and I accept it now. Love is around every corner, and joy fills my entire world. I rejoice in the love I encounter every day. I am comfortable looking in the mirror saying, I love you. I really, really love you. I now deserve love, romance, and joy, and all the good that life has to offer me. I am surrounded by love, all is well. I am in a joyous, intimate relationship with a person who truly loves me. I am beautiful and everybody loves me. I am greeted by love wherever I go. I attract only healthy relationships. I am always treated well. I am very thankful for all the love in my life. I find it everywhere. Let's talk about job success. This is a big problem for many people. However, you can always have a successful job if you will change your thinking about work. You will never find working a pleasure if you hate your job or you can't stand your boss. What a terrible affirmation that is. It will be impossible for you to ever attract a great job with that belief system. If you want to enjoy your time at work, then you must change your thinking. I'm a great believer in blessing with love every person, place, and thing at the workplace. Begin with your current job. Affirm that this job is merely a stepping stone to far greater positions. You are in your current job because of the things you believed in the past. You drew it to you by your thinking. Perhaps you learned your attitude towards work from your parents. No matter, you can change your thinking now. So bless with love your boss, your coworkers, the location, the building, the stairs or elevators, the rooms, the furniture, and each and every customer. This creates a loving mental atmosphere within you, and the whole office will respond to it. I have never understood the reasoning behind putting down or berating others at work. If you are an owner, a manager, or a supervisor, how can you possibly expect to get the best work from others if they are frightened or resentful? We all want to be appreciated, acknowledged, and encouraged. If you support your employees and give them respect, then they will give you the best work they can. Now, please don't believe that it is hard to get a job. That may be true for many, but it does not have to be true for you. You only need one job, and your consciousness will open the pathway for you. Don't have faith in fear. When you hear of negative trends in business or in the economy, immediately affirm, that may be true for some, but it is not true for me. I always prosper no matter where I am or what is going on. People often ask me for the affirmations to make their relationships at work be smoother. In fact, for many people, this is a really big issue in their lives. I am deeply aware that whatever I give out comes back to me multiplied, and this is true everywhere, including at work. In the workplace, it is important to know that every employee and employer has been attracted by the action of love, for it's his and her divine right place here and now at this point in time and space. Divine harmony permeates us all, and we can all flow together in the workplace in a most productive and joyous way. There aren't any problems that don't have solutions. There aren't any questions without answers. Choose to go beyond the problem to seek the divine right action solution to any discord that may seem to appear. Be willing to learn from any discord or confusion as it comes up. It's important to release all blame and turn within to seek the truth. And be willing to release whatever pattern may be in your consciousness that has contributed to the situation. Know that you are successful in all that you do. You're inspired and productive. You serve others willingly and gladly. Divine harmony reigns supreme within and around you, and within and around each and every person in your workplace. When you know and declare that it's possible to successfully operate in the workplace according to divine principles, then divine love brings to you those who can be helped by that which you so lovingly do. Now, if you like your job but feel you're not getting paid enough, then bless your current salary with love. Expressing gratitude for what you do have enables it to grow. And absolutely no more bitching about the job or coworkers. Your consciousness put you where you are now. Your changing consciousness can lift you to a better position. You can do it. During your workday, there are a number of things you can do to release tension. Here are a few ideas. 1. Before you go to work every day, do this simple exercise. Just sit comfortably and concentrate on your breath. Whenever you notice thoughts coming in, gently bring your awareness back to your breath. Give yourself at least 10 or 15 minutes to dwell in the silence each day. There is nothing difficult or tricky to this, and it's worth taking the time. 2. Write or type this affirmation and put it where you can see it at work. My job is a peaceful haven. I bless my job with love. I put love in every corner, and my job lovingly responds with warmth and comfort. I am at peace. When you start to think about your boss, say this affirmation to yourself. I only give out that which I wish to receive. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every way. Refuse to be limited in any way by human mind thinking. Your life can be filled with love and joy because your work is a divine idea. Remember to say to yourself every day before going to work, no matter where I am, there is only infinite good, infinite wisdom, infinite harmony, and love. Positive affirmations for job success. The joy I find in my career is reflected in my overall happiness. At my job, my coworkers and I encourage each other's growth and success. The perfect job is looking for me, and we are being brought together now. I truly believe that we are here to bless and prosper each other. I reflect this belief in my daily interactions. When it is time for a new job, the perfect position presents itself easily. Opportunities are everywhere. I have unlimited choices. Working together is part of the purpose of life. I love the people I work with. I deserve to have a successful career, and I accept it now. Everyone I encounter at work today has my best interests at heart. I am very good at giving encouragement and positive feedback to others. I have unlimited potential. Only good lies before me. My workspace is a pleasure to be in. There is mutual respect among my coworkers. Let's talk about stress and being stress-free. This is the moment in which you are either enjoying or not enjoying your life. What you are thinking now is creating the way you feel in your body now and your experiences tomorrow. If you are stressing yourself out over every little thing and making mountains out of molehills, you will never find inner peace. We talk a lot about stress these days. Everyone seems to be stressed out by something. Stress seems to be a buzzword, and we use it to the point where I think it's a cop-out. I'm so stressed, or this is so stressful, all this stress. I think that stress is a fearful reaction to life's constant changes. It is an excuse we often use for not taking responsibility for our own feelings. If we can put the blame out there on someone or something, then we can just play the innocent victim. But being the victim doesn't make us feel good, and it doesn't change the situation. Often we are stressing ourselves because we have our priorities mixed up. So many of us feel that money is the most important thing in our lives, but this is not true. There is something far more important and precious to us, without which we could not live. What is that? It's our breath. Our breath is the most precious substance in our lives, and yet we totally take for granted when we exhale that our next breath will be there. If we did not take another breath, we would not last 3 minutes. Now, if the power that created us has given us enough breath to last as long as we shall live, can we not trust life that everything else we need will also be supplied? When we trust life to take care of us and all our little problems, then stress just melts away. You do not have time to waste on negative thinking or emotions, because that only creates more of what you say you don't want. If you are doing some positive affirmations and you are not getting the results you want, then check to see how often during the day you allow yourself to feel bad, to be upset. These emotions are probably exactly what is frustrating you and delaying the manifestation of your affirmations and stopping the flow of your good. The next time you realize how stressed you are, ask yourself, what is scaring you? Stress is just fear. It's that simple. You do not need to be afraid of life or afraid of your own emotions. Find out what you are doing to yourself that is creating this fear within you. Your inner goal is joy and harmony and peace. Harmony is being at peace with yourself. It is not possible to have stress and inner harmony at the same time. When you are at peace, you do one thing at a time, and you don't let things get to you. When you feel stressed, do something to release the fear. Breathe deeply or go for a brisk walk. Remind yourself that I am the only power in my world, and I create a peaceful, loving, joyful, fulfilling life. You want to move through life feeling safe. Don't give a little word like stress a lot of power. Don't use it as an excuse to create tension in your body. Nothing, no person, place, or thing has any power over you. You are the only thinker in your mind, and it is your thoughts that create your life. So train yourself to think thoughts that make you feel good. That way, you will always be creating your life out of joy and in joy. Joy always brings more to be joyous about. Affirmations for a stress-free life. I let go of all fear and doubt, and life becomes simple and easy for me. I create a stress-free world for myself. I relax all my neck muscles, and I let go of any tension in my shoulders. I slowly breathe in and out, and I find myself relaxing more and more with each breath. I am a capable person, and I can handle anything that comes my way. I am centered and focused. I feel more secure each day. I am safe when I express my feelings. I can be serene in any situation. I am comfortable with my finances. I am always able to pay my bills on time. I trust myself to deal with any problems that arise during the day. I realize that stress is only fear. I now release all fears. I am in the process of making positive changes in all areas of my life. And now we come to self-esteem. You will never have good self-esteem if you refuse to think well about yourself. Self-esteem is merely feeling good about yourself. And when you feel good about yourself, you develop confidence. Confidence then builds self-esteem. Each one feeds the other. Once you get the rhythm going, you can accomplish almost anything. Self-esteem is just that, what you think about yourself. You have the freedom to think anything you want. Why would you ever want to belittle yourself? You were born extremely confident. You came into this world knowing how wonderful you are. You were so perfect when you were a tiny baby. You did not have to do anything. You were already perfect, and you acted as if you knew it. You knew you were the center of the universe, and you were not afraid to ask for what you wanted. You freely expressed your emotions. Your mother knew when you were angry. In fact, the whole neighborhood knew it. And when you were happy, your smile lit up the whole room. You were so full of love and confidence. Tiny babies will die if they don't get love. But once we are older, we can learn to live without love, but no baby will stand for that. Little babies love every inch of their bodies, even their own feces. They have no guilt, no shame, no comparison. They know they are unique and wonderful. You were like that. Then somewhere during your childhood, well-meaning parents passed on their own insecure feelings and taught you feelings of inadequacy and fear. At that point, you began to deny your own magnificence. These thoughts and feelings never were true and certainly are not true now. I want to bring you back to the time when you really knew how to love yourself. Mirror work is simple and very powerful. Mirror work simply means looking into a mirror when you say your affirmations. Mirrors reflect our true feelings back to us. As children, we received most of our negative messages from adults, many of them looking us straight in the eye and perhaps even shaking a finger at us. Most of us today, when we look into a mirror, will say something negative to ourselves. We either criticize our looks or berate ourselves for something. To look yourself in the eye and make a positive declaration about yourself is one of the quickest ways to get positive results with affirmations. I ask people to look in their eyes and say something positive about themselves every time they pass a mirror. And if something unpleasant happens to you during the day, immediately go to the mirror and say, "I love you anyway." You see, events come and go, but the love you have for yourself can be constant, and it is the most important quality you possess in your life. And if something wonderful happens, go to the mirror and say, "Thank you." Acknowledge yourself for creating this wonderful experience. First thing in the morning and last thing in the evening, I want you to look into your eyes and say, "I love you. I really love you. And I accept you exactly as you are." It can be tough at first, but if you stick with it, in a short time this affirmation will be true for you, and won't that be fun? You will find that as your self-love grows, so will your self-respect, and any changes that you find yourself needing to make will be easier to accomplish when you know that they are the right ones for you. Love is never outside yourself. It is always within you. As you are more loving, you will be more lovable. So choose new thoughts to think about yourself and choose new words to tell yourself how magnificent you are and that you deserve all the good that life has to offer. I am totally adequate for all situations. I choose to feel good about myself. I am worthy of my own love. I stand on my own 2 feet. I accept and use my own power. It is safe for me to speak up for myself. I am loved and accepted exactly as I am right here and right now. My self-esteem is high because I honor who I am. My life gets more fabulous every day. I look forward to what each new hour brings. I am neither too little nor too much, and I do not have to prove myself to anyone. Life supports me in every possible way. My consciousness is filled with healthy, positive, loving thoughts that reflect themselves in my experience. The greatest gift I can give myself is unconditional love. I love myself exactly as I am. I no longer wait to be perfect in order to love myself. And in conclusion, once you have done your affirmations, then it is time to release them and let them go. You have decided what you want. You have affirmed them in both thought and word. Now you must release them to the universe so that the laws of life can bring them to you. If you worry and fret about how your affirmations will come true, you are just delaying the whole process. It is not your job to figure out how to bring your affirmation to fruition. The way the laws of attraction work is that you declare that you have something, and then the universe brings it to you. The universe is far more clever than you are and knows everything in every possible way to make your affirmations come true. The only reason for delay and for seemingly denying you is that there is a part of you that does not believe that you deserve it. Or perhaps your negative beliefs are so strong that they overcome your affirmations. If you are declaring, "My income is increasing," and it isn't, then perhaps you have old, deep-seated beliefs that you don't deserve to prosper. Or your family may have strong negative beliefs about money, and there's a part of you that still accepts those beliefs. As little children, we are so obedient that we willingly accept our parents' beliefs about life and continue to operate under them for the rest of our lives, until we choose to really look at those beliefs and examine them. Your mother or father may have constantly said, "Oh, money is hard to come by." Now, without even knowing it, you may still have that belief in your own consciousness. If you believe that, then the universe cannot bring you the increasing income until you release that belief. I often ask people to look at what the family beliefs were about various subjects. If prosperity is your issue, then take a large sheet of paper and write down all the things your family said about money when you were a child. If you find any negative statements, and remember these were all affirmations for them, then your job is to turn those negative beliefs into positive affirmations. Free yourself from the tyranny of your parents' negative affirmations, and you will open yourself to the abundant flow of good in every area of your life. Please, don't be discouraged by any setbacks. You are learning a new process. As you become proficient at it, your life will become easier and easier. No matter how wonderful the present moment is, the future can be even more fulfilling and joyous. The universe always waits in smiling repose for us to align our thinking with its laws. When we are in alignment, everything flows. It is possible. You can do it. I can do it. We can all do it. Make the effort. You will be so pleased. Your whole world will change for the better. This is Louise Hay, and I love you.
This has been a Hay House audiobook production. If you would like a free catalog of books and videos offered by Hay House, please call us at 1-800-654-5126. Thank you for listening.
And this oxygenated blood is circulated throughout your body, through all the veins and arteries, down to the tiniest little capillaries, bathing and soaking and nourishing every cell in your body. You don't even have to think about how to do this. There is an intelligence within your body that takes care of it for you. It breathes your body. It beats your heart. It digests your food. This intelligence enables you to see, to walk, to hold things, to communicate with others, and to love. There are so many things in our lives that we take for granted. We so seldom take time out to be thankful and grateful for the many miracles we have in our everyday lives, and for the miracles that we call our bodies. Too often, we only concentrate on what we do not have. It blesses our future to be thankful for what we do have now. It opens the way for the good to flow in ever-increasing abundance. Let us begin with appreciating the very bed we have slept in all night. Think of how warm and comfortable it has kept your body while you slept and did your dream work and refreshed your mind and your body. Thank your bed. Then bless the furniture in your home that comforts your body and fulfills various necessary functions and conveniences. We all have a favorite piece of furniture. Have you ever thanked it for being there for you? Do that now. Then think of the miracle of the electric light in your home. How wonderful it is to have it. Think of all the things that you can use electricity for. Remember, our appliances are extensions of ourselves, and just as our relationships with other people are more wonderful when we are loving, so it is with the relationships we have with what we call things. Appliances and automobiles do not break down when we are in good space. So mentally thank your refrigerator for being there, for keeping your food fresh for you. Thank your stove for helping you cook all those meals. Now, what else do you have in your kitchen that you can bless with love? Do that now. Now think of that modern miracle called your bathroom. Even kings and queens were not able to experience the conveniences we take for granted only a century ago. So bless the plumbing system that so easily and simply removes the waste products. The hot and cold water that is so readily available to us when we just turn a small knob. The convenience of being able to bathe our bodies whenever we desire. These are all miracles. Bless the radio you listen to and the television that entertains you. Let us be grateful for the telephone that brings us love and communications with people everywhere. Bless your mailbox and the Postal Service that helps us communicate with people all over this planet called Earth in just a few days' time. It's a miracle that we take for granted. Let us be thankful for the air that we breathe, which is so precious to us and we take so for granted. When we exhale, we don't even think about where our next breath is coming from. Yet this incredible power that has created us has given us enough breath to last for as long as we shall live. Let us be thankful for the sunshine and the rain. Without the rain, the vegetation would die, and we would have a barren planet without beauty or food. Let us be thankful for the wind that clears the skies and the beauty of the moonlight. Bless the vegetation that feeds and nourishes you. Whenever I eat, I bless the food with love, and I thank it for giving its life to nourish me. Now think of the clothing you wear. Think of the infinite choices we have of colors and fabrics to adorn and comfort our bodies. If it is hot, we can choose light, cool clothing. If it is cold, we can choose warm, cozy fabrics to comfort us. Think of the miracle called walking. How wonderful it is to be able to get up and to move to another place by walking. Thank your feet for taking you so many places in the world. Then look at all the other forms of transportation we have to choose from and be thankful for. There are roller skates and skateboards and bicycles and buses and trucks and automobiles and trains and aeroplanes and ships that sail upon the waters. We have our choice, and we take them so for granted. How often have you been angry when your automobile did not perform perfectly? Bless your car with love and be aware of the miracle it is to be able to get into this comfortable piece of machinery that moves you about this planet. With very few manipulations, we move forward to our destination. It's one of our daily miracles. The next time your plane is delayed, release the tendency to be angry. Instead, acknowledge the incredible ability to be able to get into a little metal tube that rises up in the sky and swiftly takes us to another place on this planet. It is one of our safest forms of transportation, and planes need love just as we do. Let your mind go over the various relationships you have in your life. Bless them all with love and be thankful for them. They are all your teachers. I know you have special things in your life that you are thankful for. So take a moment to let your mind gently and lovingly move throughout your life.
Good morning. I can see that most of you are already in deep meditation, which is really wonderful. It means you really have developed the practice and know how to apply it. As we have this pleasure to be here together for a long while, I would like to start off with really paying attention to the breath as if we would have never breathed before. The reason why I want to do this is because there is a lot of subtleness to the breath. The breath is the great tool of meditation. And when developed in the right way, and that is what we focus here in this school, then breath can create miracles, can create happiness, can create the great pleasures in life, and all the wishes can be fulfilled when breath is applied in the right way. So I assume that the first step for that is to have the right posture. So, because in order to experience the breath in the right way, the body needs to be in a certain condition, in a certain posture, so that the awareness, the attention, the consciousness can be all put on the breath, and our consciousness and awareness is connected with it. So for posture, I think you all know the heart rhythm meditation posture with the feet on the ground and the chest open and not leaning against a chair. And there is too that pelvic tilt. So I mentioned now the key points of the posture: the feet, the pelvic tilt, and the openness in the chest, and the spine. The spine that is rooted through the sitting bones, and so there is a certain energies that move downward in the posture, which is shoulders, hips, sitting bone. Those 2 points in your buttocks, and the feet. There is that downward movement. But then there is an upward movement in the posture, and that comes through the spine, and it goes through the head. So in the posture itself, there is energy. Do you see? Because through parts of the body moving down, which ground you, and parts of the body moving upward, you create tension, and that opens up energy within yourself. So that is in the posture. Helpful is too that the palms are upward. If the palms are downward, the energies are being affected through that. It's not really right or wrong. It's what kind of effect you want through the energy to have. And then, of course, the posture requires discipline. Somebody in your class in the second year wrote about discipline and what that brings forth. It was written that it brings freedom when one applies discipline. So when one makes this commitment to the posture and says, all right, I'm going to keep this posture throughout the duration of my meditation, however one sets that and says, this is it, my dear body. We're going to do this till I say no. That creates some kind of power within, some kind of strength. And if one can't do it for whatever reason, it's always important to be forgiving and not judgmental about oneself. So that is the attitude to start off with the posture. So then the next step would be to close one's eyes and feel confident in that place, to close one's eyes. And the next step, and this is where I really would like you to pay attention now, you close your eyes and don't start directing the breath. Just become aware that you're breathing and pay attention. What does your breath do, or what does your breath want to do, without interfering? That's an important part of the practice. So how deep is your breath, or how shallow? And please, no judgments. Just experience your breath And that is our everyday breath. This is what our breath likes to do. Without any intervention, without any direction, how do we breathe? In this period of the breath, you can too pay attention, what state are you in? Because you experience your mind. What does your mind do? What does your body do? And some of us can even feel our emotions. But just everyday breath. And you probably can see how your breath is not moving in any direction, it just moves around. And probably so does your mind, right? These thoughts come in, or these ideas, and our body is in some kind of condition. Maybe some parts of it express pain, and some parts of it feel light and buoyant. And some of us are feeling restless. So whatever that is paying attention to it and taking in, what is this original condition that I'm working with. Maybe a constriction in the throat, or dizziness, or whatever it is. And it can be, oh, Susanna, I'm just feeling great today. So whatever the condition is, and so here we're starting now interfering into the breath, but this is what our breath does if there is no control and no direction there. You see, and we actually need to work here with this I consciousness. This is who I am. Some meditations it said, I am my body, I am my mind, I am my thoughts, I am my feelings, I am my breath, I am my heart. And we are all of that, but then there is still another part of ourselves that says, I'm going to make my breath now rhythmic. That means that I try to balance the inhalation and exhalation in this very little breath, this very little inhalation and exhalation, and see what kind of intervention you need to take in this small breath, that inhalation and exhalation become even. So some of us need to inhale more, and some of us need to exhale more. And start becoming aware of that effect of making your everyday breath rhythmic. And see where the effects become experiential for you. This is to see why I'm going so step by step, because we are so prone to go to the most advanced practices in a very direct manner. And I would like to show you how very little has a very powerful effect. So this little intervention in everyday breath to make it rhythmic and even, what that does to you. And you need to know, I'm not assuming that everything becomes better. It could be going in the other direction. All I'm looking for is what change occurs. And can you hold that? Can you be in this, be still and say, I'm balancing my everyday breath. With love and with patience, because there's a lot of changes that can occur in this small practice. Okay, and then when our breath is rhythmic and balanced, that's when you invite your breath consciously deeper into your body. And with the help of our abdominal muscles, in contracting in the exhalation and expanding in the inhalation, we finish now the breath. We're coming to the full breath. And start to experience what the condition of your full breath is. So what is very interesting in this full breath, because what we're doing here is we are pulling right on the exhalation, we are pulling on the breath and going deeper and deeper. And in the inhalation, we're opening up and inviting in the breath more fully, fuller and fuller. And so there's what we're creating within ourselves is what is called the stem of the breath. Through this pulling of the breath on the breath and really finishing it, what we're experiencing is the stem of the breath. Now you want to go in this breath so slowly because that is what creates a very powerful flow in the breath, that there is more volume coming in. And where you can observe then while you breathe deeply, completing inhalation and exhalation, how the breath, while you do this, moves into all different directions. Like a tree has roots, so where do the roots of your tree go? And where is the crown of your tree going, and the branches to the sides? That way you can see that your whole being is being nourished and fed and held through this breath. That is the experience I'm looking here for you. So while we really slowly, with love and control, lead this breath into complete exhalation and into complete inhalation, and really you decide when the breath is completed in either direction. Observe at the same time, where does the breath go by itself, in its branches and in its roots? So this full breath is supposedly encompassing your whole being, because the breath not only nurtures the physical being, but also the magnetic field and the light bodies and the